Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to episode 42 of the Eeshan Arora Experience, boys and girls. Hope everyone is doing well. If you're wondering what's there in my mouth, that's what she said. Shout out Neurogum. Caffeine could be more, in my opinion, but not complaining. Flavor is not that strong, so shout out Neurogum. Hope everyone is doing well. यहाँ पे गर्मी बहुत हो गई है मुंबई में. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Hope you're having water. Hope you're staying hydrated. Don't बेहोश मत होना भाई. You are too precious. बेहोश मत होना. So we have to start this episode by stating the very obvious. UFC was there this weekend. Sean Strickland beat Khamzat. Like मैं बोल रहा था भाई, मैं बोल रहा था, कोई सुनने नहीं वाला था मेरी, कि Sean Strickland is not इतना बड़ा अंडरडॉग है. आई विश आई हैड बेट ब्रो. आई एम बीइंग वेरी ऑनेस्ट. मेरे को पैसे लगाने चाहिए थे भाई. He's got a good takedown defense. He is awkward. He's got good cardio. And he likes to fight. He's not doing it. He's not. He's not doing it for the money, bhai. He genuinely likes to fight. I was actually surprised that he didn't get finished in the first round only, bhai, when Khamzat had his back and stuff like that. Bhai, gaan pad gayi meri. But Sean Strickland is the middleweight champion. Underrated career. Has beat Adesanya. Khamzat had a very close fight with Drakis. What's next for him? He's beaten Imavov. He's beaten Brendan Allen. So I think Imavov should be next for him because please let him, bro. Like that guy's been waiting for so long. Let him get a crack at the title. And what's next for Kamzat? Yesterday he said like Dana White को उसने बोला कि he's done at 205 and then he's done at middleweight. Sorry, Kamzat said that he's done at middleweight. He wants to move up. And as soon as that news broke, Paulo Costa called him out. I think that is a very fun fight. They've been wanting to fight each other for a very long time. Paulo Costa at 205 versus Khamzat Chimaev at 205. I think take my money, son of a bitch. The winner can fight for the title at this point because both of them are bona fide names. Both of them have enough credibility towards them. So I think Khamzat versus Paulo Costa is the fight to make. But then फिर आज मैंने देखा that he tweeted Sean Strickland rematch or something like that. So I don't know वो aspect पे क्या चल रहा है. I would, if Khamzat is going to go to 205, I would like it to be like something that eventually happens, like time leke he bulks up and then he goes to 205. And if he's staying at middleweight, that is also fine. I don't think Khamzat should move up to 205. I think middleweight is very interesting. It's not like he's a bad fighter. He just he just got beat. That's it. Like everybody in the middleweight division has losses. It's fine. Like up, it doesn't mean that you should just move up. Honestly, it's up to him. मैं कौन ही हूँ बोलने वाला. But I feel Khamzat at middleweight is much more fun than at 205. That happened. A lot of people were shocked that they made up after the fight and everything, and people expected them to not, or like they were surprised or something like that. I don't understand आप क्या expectations रख रहे हो कि they've literally beaten the fuck out of each other for 25 minutes और उनके पास क्या है करने को. Like it's not it was not like Conor versus Khabib. Conor versus Khabib, there was genuine like hatred. Even Sean Strickland said this, that I was trying to sell the fight. Conor versus Khabib, Conor, at least I feel from his side, he was trying to sell the fight to a certain extent. I feel Khabib didn't take it to it. Like Khabib genuinely did not like McGregor as a person. So that was समझ में आता है वैसा हुआ. But this, both of them being friends, not being friends, being friendly, is something that people are like, oh, अभी ये लोग नहीं लड़ने वाले क्या, ये लोग को और नहीं मारने वाले. Bro, they beat the fuck out of each other for 25 minutes, bloodied each other up. और क्या चाहिए आपको? It's a good thing that they buried the beef. That is how it is supposed to be. But motherfuckers are like, oh no, ऐसे कैसे किया? They should keep fighting. And people, these Khamzat fanboys, they're like, oh no, he was robbed and everything. बहुत close fight था, ठीक है? it could have gone either way. I feel the second round and I feel fifth round may if Kamzat would have landed like a proper takedown now, that would have changed the game. He controlled one round. He was active on the feet, but it wasn't like he was dropping Strickland. So the point is that there was no differentiator. If there was a big enough differentiator that you can say, you know what, rounds 1, 3, 5, Kamzat was dominant. Like there was no like first round was Kamzat. There was no questions about it. But other than that, it wasn't like it was a one-sided beatdown that he did. Like how he controlled Drakus. बिल्कुल भी नहीं था भाई, which was very surprising. I expected him to keep shooting on Strickland, but maybe नहीं रहेगा. Maybe he must have. बहुत लोग बोल रहे that he had a very shitty weight cut. I was thinking the other thing. I was like, अगर weight cut खराब है तो he had to lose less pounds. A lot of times fighters who miss weight, which a lot of people are saying that he missed weight also. A lot of people who miss weight tend to win because you've not depleted your body that much. आपका body, like you've not been drained, so the amount of liquids that you need to replenish is less. So your recovery is relatively better than someone who's just drained himself or herself. A lot of times fighters who miss weight end up winning the fight. Yoel Romero versus Luke Rockhold. He missed weight. Flatline Luke Rockhold by regardless. Next thing that I'm really contemplating in my life currently right now is to do a solo trip. मैं नहीं हूँ इतना. I'm not someone who likes to travel that much. I am someone who क्या बोलते हैं, like I feel I much rather travel with people and वो रहता है ना, oh I want to travel to find myself, वो मेरे को वो सब. I'm not that type of person. But I'm thinking seriously this time during my birthday to do a solo trip. It's all up in the air. But if everything works out, there might be a Eeshan Arora experience from that undisclosed location. पता नहीं यार, solo traveling in general for me, because I have motion sickness also, bus में and stuff like that, it's really difficult because I just बचपन से बस में कार में भी फिर भी कम हो गया, but I just feel like I'm going to throw up. So traveling has not been the best for me. And let's see यार, मेरे को मन तो है सोलो ट्रैवल करने का, एक बार तो करना है. आई फील more importantly, if it doesn't happen in this month, the month of May, this year, तो definitely it will happen. When and where I don't know, but solo trip तो होने वाली है. Mostly somewhere south only. North में मेरे को I don't think I can do a solo trip. I don't like cold weather. I much rather prefer like the heat. It's a very controversial opinion to say, but whatever. People who travel solo low, wow. People who do solo trips and they need some form of escapism. And the point is, I don't have the urge of escaping anything. I feel travel is a form of escapism, and मेरे को नहीं है escapism. मेरा escapism is like this content, creating content on Instagram, reading books, going to the gym, judo. That is my form of escapism. I would much rather do something like that than like and if I'm traveling, I like to travel with someone also. Like one person also is fine. Like solo थोड़ा sad हो जाता है मेरे opinion में. Let's see. Let's see is what I tell people when they say, "What are you doing with your future?" Let's see. Other than that, the last thing that I'll to conclude you guys on in this episode is I am reading. Actually, I'm listening to a book by Mark Manson called Models. Is basically about, because so Mark Manson, जिन लोगों को पता नहीं है, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, all that jazz, ठीक है? He was essentially a pickup coach, like a dating coach. That's right. Man was in the trenches. So he was big in like the pickup space and all that stuff. So he wrote a book about how to like approach women, how to like talk to women. Not talk to women, but like about dating, picking up women, what to do, what not to do, and all that stuff. Picking up is a dirty word to say, but समझ गए आप मेरी बात. It's like relationship के ऊपर book है. And it's very refreshing, being very honest. The fact that this book was written probably 10, 20 years ago, and I'm reading like the latest revision, which is 10 years ago. It's not bad. The basic concept of the book, if I have to distill it down for you guys right here, right now, jitna I've heard the book, is you have to not act needy. You have to understand that a lot of times when guys lose their plot with women, is वो लोग needy act करते हैं. And I will actually do a book review of this book because I actually liked it that much. Let me just make a note of it. The concept is that you have to understand that you have to be honest, you have to be vulnerable, which was a very big thing. Like being vulnerable with a woman, what the fuck is that? You have to be vulnerable, you have to be honest. अगर आपको कोई चीज़ पसंद आती है वो औरत के बारे में, तो आपको वो उसको बोलना चाहिए. Not with the intention of sleeping with her, but because you feel this way. If you find a woman pretty, you should just say it without expecting anything from her. And he said basically that women understand when a guy is being needy and when a guy is sort of telling them things to get something from them. And you also have to understand that if you have a lot of things going on for yourself, like aapka, you go to the gym, you have a social life, you have a hobby, you work, उसमें से if you are if you are at your convenience because आप अपना काम कर रहे हो, and then उसमें से you're removing time for the women appreciate that because they understand that you're not fucking needy. Like आप उसके सामने हाथ फेर के खड़े नहीं हो कि भाई तू कभी भी बोल दे मैं कर लूँगा, मेरे पास कुछ करने को भी नहीं है वैसे भी, and all that stuff. वो नहीं चाहिए is what he's saying, जब तक जहाँ तक मैंने बुक सुनी है. And some of it makes sense to me. Like I've seen guys who are just fucking desperate. Like वो लोग कुछ भी कर देंगे for female attention. They're fucking insecure. Because of that, they will just keep complimenting women, and women will find them. In other words, they'll get the ick. The ick is what के कितना desperate है. Like being too nice is also being desperate. Like आपको कोई पसंद है तो just say I think you are pretty and that's it. You don't have to say कि oh I think you're pretty, you're this, you're that, ये कर सकते हैं वो कर सकते हैं. Women will figure out that इसको या तो कुछ मेरे से चाहिए या तो एक creep बन रहा है. Because you think about it ना, अगर आपको कोई randomly compliments देने लगता है, आपके दिमाग में थोड़ा तो इनक्लिंग रहेगा कि भाई इसको क्या चाहिए मेरे से, या इसको क्या काम करवाना है, या लाइक ठीक है भाई यू व्हाई यू गेटिंग सो चिल आउट सॉर्ट ऑफ. तो वो था. सो आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग लिसन. It's an interesting read also. I feel if you're a guy or if you're a girl also at that point, I feel women should also read something like that. It's worth picking up, worth listening to. And that is what is sort of giving me a different perspective on women and navigating this cesspool that is dating nowadays. So that's it, boys and girls. This was episode 42. Hope you all are staying hydrated. Hope you all are drinking water. And if you all have any more recommendations of books that I should check out, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, this has been episode 42. I will see you guys very soon. Okay, chalo, bye.